Life is slipping through your fingers faster than you realize, and every single day you wake up, you are gifted with another chance to create the future you dream about. But instead of seizing it, most people waste it scrolling, complaining, or waiting for a miracle that never comes. Let me tell you something powerful. Nobody is coming to save you. Nobody's going to hand you success, wealth, happiness, or strength. It is on you, and only you. The truth hurts, but it will also set you free. Look in the mirror and recognize that everything you've been through, every struggle, every heartbreak, every failure, those are not chains, they are weapons. They were given to you to carve out a version of yourself that is unstoppable. You can either keep making excuses, or you can decide today that enough is enough and you're going to rise. Every second is a choice, every action a brick, and the walls of your life are being built whether you're awake to it or not. So make them strong, make them unshakable. Your greatness is waiting, but it will not wait forever. Discipline creates freedom, not comfort. Most people confuse the two. They believe freedom is waking up whenever they want, eating whatever they feel like, watching endless entertainment, and doing things only when they feel motivated. That isn't freedom. That's slavery in disguise. It's slavery to impulses, slavery to laziness, slavery to a weaker version of yourself that wants instant gratification at the cost of long-term greatness. True freedom is born from discipline, because only discipline can build a life where you are in control instead of being controlled. Comfort is easy to chase, but it robs you of everything you truly want. Discipline, on the other hand, demands sacrifice, demands structure, demands pain, but it gives you back strength, confidence, wealth, health, and a life you can be proud of. Think about it. A person who lacks discipline has no freedom at all. If you cannot wake up early because you're a slave to the snooze button, your day owns you, not the other way around. If you cannot control what you eat, you're trapped in a body you hate. If you cannot control your spending, your money controls you. And you'll forever work like a prisoner to pay debts you created. But a disciplined person who sets routines, who keeps promises to themselves, who pushes when others quit, that person is free. They're free because their body listens to them, their mind obeys them, their money grows for them, and their life bends to their will. Discipline is not glamorous, and it doesn't feel good in the moment. Waking up before the sun when your body screams to sleep, lifting weights when you'd rather stay home, grinding on your craft when others are partying. That doesn't feel comfortable. But comfort is the trap. Comfort whispers lies to you. Relax, you deserve it. Tomorrow is another day, you'll do it later. And the more you listen, the more you waste. Life doesn't care about your comfort. The world respects results, not excuses. Discipline is the weapon that transforms those uncomfortable actions into victories. Over time, the pain of discipline becomes the joy of mastery, the body you want, the money you want, the life you want. It all comes from trading comfort today for power tomorrow. Freedom is walking into any room and knowing you earned your confidence. Freedom is having money saved and invested so you can walk away from any situation that doesn't serve you. Freedom is being in control of your emotions instead of being broken by them. Freedom is health, energy, and mental sharpness. None of this comes from comfort. It comes from showing up when it's hard, from saying no when it's tempting, from doing what must be done even when you don't feel like it. Freedom is pissing away the fear you feel. From failing to pissing away the fear, that's discipline. You must understand, discipline is not punishment, it's empowerment. People think discipline means you're forcing yourself into a life of suffering, but the opposite is true. Without discipline, you're guaranteed suffering because you'll live with regret, failure, weakness, and dependence. With discipline, you face temporary pain, but earn lasting freedom. It's the difference between someone who struggles every day to make ends meet and someone who struggles for years building their empire, but then lives free forever. Which life do you want? Discipline is love for your future self. It's proof that you believe you deserve more than mediocrity. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, you're making a deposit into the life you dream of. Every skipped workout, every wasted hour, every excuse, it's theft from your future. And you're the thief. But every early morning, every hard session, every sacrifice, it's a gift to your future self. And one day, that version of you will look back with gratitude that you didn't quit when it was hard. So stop chasing comfort. Comfort will never make you proud. Comfort will never build your empire. Comfort will never give you freedom. Build the discipline to control your body, your mind, your actions, and your habits. Build the discipline to say no to distractions and yes to your mission. Build the discipline to face pain head on, because every drop of sweat, every moment of grind, every choice of discipline over laziness, that's you writing your destiny. The man or woman who masters discipline is unstoppable. The one who chases comfort is already defeated. Discipline creates freedom, not comfort. Remember that every time you're tempted to quit. Remember that when you want the easy way out. Remember that when you think motivation will save you. Motivation is nothing without discipline. Discipline is the foundation, the backbone, the iron will that forges greatness. And when you master it, you will walk through life with a power most people will never know. The power to be truly free. Pain is fuel. Use it to sharpen your edge. Most people run from pain, hide from it, numb themselves with distractions, or pretend it doesn't exist. But pain is inevitable. It will find you no matter what path you take. The difference between the weak and the strong is simple. The weak let pain destroy them, while the strong turn pain into fire. Every scar, every betrayal, every failure, every heartbreak, it can either be your excuse or your weapon. Pain can break you or it can build you. You decide which role it plays in your life. Think about your greatest struggles, the times you were broken, humiliated, rejected, or abandoned. Those moments carved something deep inside you, that heaviness you felt, that burning in your chest, that anger or sadness. That is pure energy. And if you learn to channel it, it becomes fuel. Pain has a way of cutting through the noise, showing you what truly matters, and forcing you to confront who you are. It is the most honest teacher you will ever meet. But only if you stop running from it. Stop hiding. Stop wishing life was easy. The truth is, if life was easy, you'd be weak. You'd have nothing to fight for, nothing to sharpen your edge. Pain is resistance. And like steel forged in fire, you must go through the heat, through the blows, through the pressure to come out unbreakable. Pain is life's way of testing your commitment, your patience, your courage. It's asking you, how much do you really want it? How far are you willing to go? Most people quit when it hurts. They say, it's too hard. I can't handle it. And that is why they stay stuck. They see pain as punishment. But winners, warriors, legends, they see pain as proof they are alive, proof they are growing, proof they are on the right path. Because growth never feels like comfort. It feels like pain. Muscles don't grow without tearing. Wisdom doesn't come without mistakes. And strength doesn't form without struggle. Imagine taking every ounce of pain you felt, every time someone doubted you, every time you were laughed at, every night you cried silently, every moment you thought you couldn't go on, and instead of letting it crush you, you turned it into energy. Imagine using it as motivation to push harder in the gym, to study longer, to build your business stronger, to prove not to others, but to yourself that you cannot be broken. That is what pain can do if you let it sharpen your edge. It becomes the fire in your chest when you want to quit. The voice that says, not yet, not until I win. Pain also strips away illusions. When you hurt, you see people's true colors. You see who stands with you and who disappears. You see what matters and what doesn't. You see that comfort and pleasure are fleeting, but strength and discipline are eternal. Pain teaches you lessons. Success never will. Success whispers, relax, you've made it. Pain screams, wake up, you're not done. Success makes you soft if you're not careful. Pain keeps you sharp, hungry, and aware. It forces you to adapt, to improve, to keep moving forward when everything in you wants to stop. But here's the crucial part. Pain only becomes fuel if you decide to use it. If you sit and complain, if you drown in self-pity, if you allow bitterness to rot you from the inside, then pain wins and you lose. But if you rise, if you say, I will not let this break me, if you take that fire and pour it into your actions, then pain loses its power to control you and becomes your greatest ally. Every champion has walked through storms. Every leader has faced rejection. Every fighter has been knocked down. The difference is they turned their pain into power, and that's why they're remembered. So when pain shows up in your life, don't ask why me. Ask, what is this trying to teach me? How can I use this to sharpen my edge? Don't numb it with cheap escapes. Don't run from it with distractions. Face it head on. Feel it, let it burn, and then rise with it, fueling your drive. Because the truth is, pain will visit you no matter what. You cannot escape it. But you can decide whether it becomes the reason you quit or the reason you succeed. Pain is not your enemy. Weakness is your enemy. Quitting is your enemy. pain is the forge where your true self is built. Let it harden you, not break you. Let it make you relentless, not hopeless. Let it remind you that you are capable of more than you ever imagined. The fire that burns inside you must be fed, and pain is the purest fuel you will ever find. Use it. Sharpen your edge until nothing and no one can dull it. Then, when you stand on top, you will know the truth. It wasn't the easy days that made you great. It was the pain, the struggle, the fight. That is what built you into someone unstoppable. Success requires relentless consistency. Everyone wants success. Everyone wants the rewards, the recognition, the lifestyle, the freedom, but almost no one is willing to pay the price. And the price is not a single burst of effort, not a single night of grinding, not 1 week of motivation. The price is showing up every single day, whether you feel like it or not, and refusing to quit. Success doesn't reward the talented who start strong but fade away. It rewards the relentless who keep showing up long after the excitement is gone. Consistency is what separates dreamers from achievers. The truth is, motivation is weak. It comes and goes. One day you feel unstoppable, the next you feel like doing nothing. If you build your life on motivation, you'll fail, because you'll only work when it feels good. Success doesn't care about your feelings. Success cares about your actions. Consistency means you do the work regardless of mood, regardless of circumstance, regardless of obstacles. It means keeping the promise you made to yourself even when no one is watching. It means grinding in silence in the dark with no applause, no validation, no instant reward. Because deep down, you know the compound effect of small daily actions creates greatness over time. Think about it. A single workout won't transform your body. A single day of discipline won't make you wealthy. A single book won't make you wise. But doing it day after day, stacking effort upon effort, that's how change happens. Consistency isn't visible at first. You won't see results right away. And that's why most people quit. They mistake slow progress for failure. But what they don't understand is that every consistent action is a seed planted. And seeds don't grow overnight. They take time, patience, and nurturing. Eventually, the results explode, and everyone else calls it luck. But it wasn't luck. It was relentless consistency. The people who win are not always the smartest, the strongest, or the most gifted. They are simply the ones who refused to stop. They didn't take breaks when it was inconvenient. They didn't let excuses control them. They didn't allow distractions to steal their focus. They showed up when they were tired, when they were broke, when they were discouraged. They showed up when others walked away. That's what it takes. Not perfection, but persistence. Not one-time effort, but daily commitment. Consistency is also the ultimate weapon against doubt. When you repeatedly keep promises to yourself, you build self-respect. And self-respect turns into confidence. Every time you follow through, you prove to yourself that you are reliable. And when you believe in your own discipline, nothing can shake you. On the other hand, when you constantly break your own word, you destroy your confidence. You become someone who can't trust themselves. That's why most people live small lives. They lack the consistency to trust their own strength. It's important to understand that relentless consistency doesn't mean speed. It doesn't mean burning out in a frenzy of effort. It means steady, unshakable progress. Like water carving through stone, it's the small, repeated force that changes landscapes. You don't need to do everything at once. You need to do the right things every day without fail. Over months, years, and decades, that creates results that look impossible to everyone else. But consistency is hard because life constantly tests you. There will be distractions, friends inviting you to waste time, entertainment calling you, your own mind telling you to rest. There will be setbacks, failures, losses, disappointments. There will be pain, days where nothing goes right, days when you question if it's worth it. That's where most people fold. But if you can push through those moments, if you can keep moving forward despite how you feel, then you become unstoppable. That's relentless consistency, unbreakable commitment to the path, regardless of the storm. Understand this, success is not about intensity for a short while, it's about endurance for a lifetime. Anyone can sprint, but very few can run the marathon. Anyone can post about working hard, but very few grind in silence when nobody notices. Anyone can be motivated in January, but very few are still disciplined in December. The people who reach the top are not the ones who had bursts of effort, but the ones who never stopped walking, no matter how long it took. Relentless consistency is a mindset. It means your standards are not negotiable. It means you don't bargain with yourself. You don't wait for the right time. You don't stop because it hurts. You keep going because you decided long ago that quitting is not an option. You hold the line day after day, and in time, you realize you've become someone entirely different, someone powerful, disciplined, successful. So remember this, success will never belong to the occasional. It belongs to the relentless, to those who show up again and again and again, to those who stack effort until the world has no choice but to notice, to those who understand that consistency is not punishment, but freedom, because it guarantees progress, and progress guarantees results. Success requires relentless consistency, and if you live by that truth, nothing will be able to stop you. When it's all said and done, your life will not be measured by the days you felt comfortable or the moments you took it easy. It will be measured by the battles you fought, the discipline you built, the pain you endured, and the consistency you showed when no one was watching. Comfort will fade, excuses will rot, and time will pass whether you act or not. But discipline, pain, turn to power, and relentless consistency, those are eternal. They will shape your body, sharpen your mind, build your wealth, and forge a version of you that cannot be stopped. The world does not reward wishes, it rewards warriors. It does not care about your excuses, it respects results. And results only come to those who refuse to quit. Every day you wake up, you face a choice. Give in to weakness or rise into strength. And the truth is, you already know which path leads to greatness. So choose it. Don't wait for tomorrow. Don't wait for motivation. It's for perfect condition. Now, be relentless now, because your future self is waiting. And the life you dream about is built starting today. Rise up, stay sharp, stay consistent, win.